Ladies and gentlemen, we are at the ID Design in Markaz Al Baja for our latest interview for Coffee with Why. Our interviewee this week is Miss Valeria Cepi, the co-founder of Greta Tulipani, a brand that infuses African culture with Italian designs. Let's learn a bit more about them. Miss Valeria, welcome to another edition of Coffee with Why. It's great to have you here.
Happy to have you here.
Yes. So, my first question to you. The fashion that you do is a mixture of two different cultures, and that's two different styles. It's not something that is really used in Oman or seen in Oman for that matter. What motivated you to do so?
So our brand is the combination of two cultures, as you said. One is from the Italian, so mostly the Western attitude to the fashion, and the second one is the African one, because we are using the African textile, the most common works. The brand is born to combine these two different cultures, so the quality of the Italian tailoring and the message that each and every works pattern is having on it. Why we are trying to get this in Oman is because we are thinking that already Oman is very full of a lot of culture and a lot of tradition and different countries. So we would like to have this in our dress as well, because it's the goal of our brand to send all the messages that the women has inside.
Okay. So when you say messages, can you just give me a few examples of messages that you're talking about?
Yes, of course. See, I'm sorry today I'm having very few pieces of works, but you can see, for example, here we having this pattern. Each color in the African culture is expressing something, because as you know, in the old time and unfortunately still today, for the women is not that free to express herself. So with the blue she can express her purity, with the yellow how much strong she will be and how she can manage the family and her career. And then you can go through all our dress production, you can see there is fishes, or there is some other texture, some color patterns, shapes. Each of this is a message that the women can use to express themselves. There is also some textile where the lady can express their suffering, if they had some loss or they are worrying, their weakness. And as well, there is all the, for example, the red, the brown, the very dark color textile, which express how powerful she is and how successful she can be and she has to be.
All right. So have you been working with women from Africa for this?
Yes, actually, our branding it's not started as a commercial goal, but it's starting as a humanitarian project.
All right.
When I say this, I mean that we got involved in this project to help mostly the African women. So we opened our textile laboratory. They were working for us as a tailors, and we were able to give them that economical solidity and stability to allow them to send their children at school. So first of all, Greta Tulipani is a humanitarian project. Whatever happens further and following this project, it was just a luck, and we are happy of this, but we want to say on that humanitarian side of the story.
Of course. But since your launch in Oman with your Capsule Collection, there has been quite a lot of good response, I would say. And you've also been involved in one major fashion show. Can you talk me about the experience?
Yes, the fashion event we did, it was in the last May, and very honestly it was just organized by rush. Nothing was planned. We got this invitation and we were of course so glad to participate and to launch our brand in Muscat in Oman. For that special fashion show we selected 10 dresses. It was not only dresses, it was also some pants, some other cut t-shirts, some other top, and we focus on present all the variety of our production, which can be dress, can be accessories, can be items. Like for example, now on we are working in the turbans Capsule Collection, which will be mostly dedicated to the GCC countries. And in the last summer we launched a beach set, which was including a towel, t-shirt you can see here,
Alright.
and other stuff for the summer life,
Alright.
like a bag for the sand life and something like that.
Perfect. So why Oman first? Before I actually ask you that question, I would like to point out that most fashion designers do tend to go to the United Arab
Yes.
Emirates or Qatar for that matter.
Yeah.
Why Oman first?
Okay. Of course, Greta Tulipani is trying to expand her brand in all the GCC country. But why we are focused on Oman is that, as I was telling you, in Oman we have a lot of variety of cultures, and already all the influences of the Arab and the Western life is here. You can easily find in Oman, and they live together there in a nice way. But first of all, because Oman is having a very deep African history. You know, and the Sultanate of Oman was extended to all the east part of Africa. So still today in Oman we have a big representation of the African community.
Absolutely.
And I think that whatever is our goal, which is to combine more than one culture, can be totally accepted from Oman, because they are living like this. They teach us how to accept and how to live quietly with all the different cultures.
All right. How has the response been from the Omani audience of yours?
When it goes to the response, we had a lot of good response when it goes to the accessories. So for the shoes, we have a particular items. When it goes to the bags, when it goes to the t-shirt, we're still having some concern about the dressing. We are not really willing to send this Western concept of the dress. That's why we are preparing a dedicated Omani capsule collection, which will go mostly, I don't want to say a lot because it will be a surprise, but it will go on the long dress, mostly as a baya, but with a very new concept reading.
All right. One more question I have for you is, you are an engineer by profession. What motivated you to jump into fashion designing and fashion?
Yes. This is a very nice question. Thanks for this. And I like to thanks for this my CEO, Emanuela. She's an architect as well, and she started to create this project from nothing. So what is make us similar in this approach to the fashion is that architects, engineer, all the kind of profession which is having something related to the creativity, they can really create from nothing.
Fantastic.
So you have this attitude to have a goal and to do your best to achieve it.
All right. So behind all of this, can I say that it was you, two women, who conceptualized and made this come true?
Thanks, first of all, to Emanuela. She has been in Africa.
Right.
I have not been there. She has been in Africa. She was in Cape Green. She studied very deeply the culture of African women and the African messages below all this textile and all these patterns. And so first of all, thanks to Emanuela to have the dream and the first dawn of this project. And then, of course, women can dress women because they can understand each other.
Of course,
so
of course.
this is why we are achieving a good response.
Okay. So my next question to you perhaps wouldn't be the most appropriate then, because I was going to ask you, I'm not the most fashionable person, and my the audience who do watch Coffee with Why have been pretty vocal about that. What do you think I can do to change my attire?
We will surprise you because Greta Tulipani is also working on a man collection, which will involve again all the different color and the different pattern of the African community. But let me say something because this is very important. We go to the African textile because it's giving us the possibility to give a message, and it's not only for women, it's also for men.
Yes.
Because there is a very big variety of male textile that you can choose on, and for sure Greta Tulipani will be more than happy to cover also the male request in the fashion world. And in Oman, there is a big chance because the variety is not still that complete.
Yes. And so if anybody wants to acquire your clothing, can they approach you?
they can approach me. They can go through our website, which is www.gretatulipani.com, and they can follow also my mail, my Instagram account. Everything is there, very clear, and the response will come immediately, so there is no bugging or waiting for it. And usually the production and the delivery, it happens in a very short time. So we will open soon, we hope, a boutique in Oman, but for now we will do everything by website.
Perfect. So, Ms. Valeria, this is a part of your capsule collection. Can you explain to me what a capsule collection is and what's unique in this piece?
Yes, capsule collection is something that allows us to not be in the big range of the season fashion. What I mean is that we want to be very flexible in our production. So we might produce a very small number of items which will be out for solding for a short period, and then change completely our goal, which can go from the t-shirt, it can go from the turbans, it can go from the scarf. So we would like to play and to continue to work with the capsule collection because allow us to change the item and also to change the approach of whatever we are doing, which can be, as I told you, a dress, t-shirt, or also work can change all the wax and the textile, even if it's coming in the same cut of the dress.
Yes. So do you think a seasonal collection is coming sometime soon for Greta Tulipani?
It will be a great honor for us, but there is two things to take in consideration. Greta Tulipani is not having, and it doesn't want to have a big number of production. We want that each item will be customized and will be unique for our women. So for sure we will work on an entire collection. Why not? It could be the first one for Oman, but from this moment capsule collection allow us to differentiate since we are worldwide. So we can respond to the fashion demand from Italy, Africa, GCC countries, America, and all the rest.
All right. So I would like to end this conversation by wishing you all the best for your future endeavors.
Thank you.
And I hope to be adorning Greta Tulipani shirt sometime soon.
I really wish to see you soon with something of our production.
Thank you so much for your time.
Thank you so much. Thank you.